I remember how I felt in church, and I would be like, are they speaking a different language? I don't know what they're talking about. Everybody seems to be getting something that I have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And it was that I was not spiritually connected.
Yeah.
And that I was, what was the word you used?
Dissociated or
Yeah, that's what it was. Which is a very protective mode, right? So it wasn't until my 30s, and I got some of this mess out of the way in my life.
Yeah.
Drugs, alcohol, the divorce, answering questions. So much of what I can get in tune to now, I just pray and God will show me. And I want to stay close to God, and then I want to listen for Him to talk to me.
Yeah.
And it can be in so many different ways. In fact, one way is through hummingbirds coming around. And while we were talking, a large part of this time that we've been talking, there's been a hummingbird that's just hanging around outside the window out there.
Who is
Which
it?
is just giving me, it's just like we're on the right path.
Yeah.
It's nobody.
Right.
It's like, okay, God.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many times where things have happened in my life where it's like, God, you have a sense of humor.
Totally.
And just to show you what I mean by a sense of humor, I'm from Long Beach. I went to school on full scholarship to Indiana University, right? And here, full circle, 40 years later, Indiana University is in the same conference with USC and UCLA. And in my thinking, selfish thinking, is like, God, you got a sense of humor. USC and Indiana are playing together,
Yeah.
Well, it's funny to me.
Right.
And it's all for me.
Totally. Yeah.
But that's how I believe.
Yeah.
But I get to see it that way. No one told me that. That's my own interpretation.
Well, and you don't know until it clicks. You might have more of a religious take. I know you're highly spiritual as well, which I'm so grateful to have that connection with you.
Religion is great except for people are in religion.
Yeah, people ruin everything.
People ruin everything.
You raised us, taking us to church. I was my entire upbringing, I hated it. I hated going, but I think I recognize it now. I'm highly sensitive and intuitive, as anyone is. Even more so as a child I was, before you get disconnected from that. Like I was very perceptive of like, do I like this person or not? There may have been people at the church, the way that their energy was, it was like, what you're saying doesn't add up with how you make me feel. That's my own personal take. I was sitting with you guys while you were listening to your church today, and I can take what they are saying.
Yes.
And hear it through my lens and be like, okay, I understand what they're saying.
I go to AA, it's a spiritual program.
Yeah.
But it talks about your higher power.
Yeah.
So it's not like you got to have my higher power. And
right.
There's people from all walks of faith and agnostic and atheists in the program.
Yeah.
But we're spiritual beings. I think a lot what we're going to talk about, which excites me, is I want to learn about your spiritual journey. I want to explain about mine, because mine came from, I started my journey and it was kind of like, I'm going to disprove what I was raised in.
Yeah.
That type of attitude.
Yeah.
Because that was their church, their religion,
Right.
So I wanted to find out. So I did a full journey into all faiths. And I wanted it to be real, which led me on a path to have some experiences that were mind-blowing